linear transformation?
Inverse is one.
Over, right? Okay. This finding the matrix inverse of a linear transformation. Okay, this is also. Okay, this is very important. Okay, see. Linear transformation from V to W. T is a linear transformation from V to W. T has a basis B, V has a basis B, and W has the basis B dash, right? So what is this symbol actually denotes? This is the, I've written something, right? What is that? I've written this one, yeah, T, this one, B to B dash. What is this actually? T is a linear yes.
From B to B inverse.
Yes, it's called the associated matrix from T to B dash. Associated matrix of the linear transformation T from B to B dash, right? Okay. So now VW, I'm taking an element small v. I'm taking T of V here, right? T of V can be written as a linear transformation, linear combination of the basis elements here B. So what is this symbol? Notice T of B is a vector. What is this symbol denotes? This has some meaning, right? What is that? It is the coordinate vector of T of V with respect to B dash. Coordinate vector of T of V with respect to B dash. That is equal to T from B to B dash into V with respect to B. Right? See, here V has a coordinate vector with respect to B. T of V has a coordinate vector with respect to B dash. So this is, in terms of this, if you want, right, this is equal to actually the associated matrix into this one. This result you have to remember, right? Using this, we are going to a problem. Can you please take down this question? Let T is a linear transformation from R square to R square defined by this. Find the matrix relative to the basis and use that to find T of V. Everything. We'll we'll verify this particular statement, whatever I have written now. Okay, taken down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is given? T is a linear transformation from R square to R square. Okay, so how it is defined? T of x1 comma x2 is equal to x1 plus x2 comma 2x1 minus x2. Okay, so this domain has a basis B. What is that basis B? 1, 2 minus 1, 1. 1, 2 minus 1. And what is B dash? Usual basis.
1, 0, 0, 1.
So there is one more vector given. What is V? 2, 1. To verify, what I need to verify is to verify T of V, coordinate vector of T of V with respect to B dash is equal to T B to B dash and V with respect to B. This I need to verify. So first what we find, shall we find this matrix first? T B to B dash. Anything you can start. Let me start with this. What is B? 1, 2.
-1.
Minus 1. What? How do you find this matrix? Take B, right? Each and every element, find the image, and each and every element of image you try to represent that as a linear combination of B dash. So tell me what is T of 1, 2? T of 1, 2. What is that? Just your x1 is 1, x2 is
3,
2.
0.
3, 0.
3, 0. Check. How to write that as a linear combination of the elements in B dash? Very simple, right?
3, 1 plus 0, 2.
3, 1 plus 0, 2.
Yes. So 3, 0. That is 3 into 1, 0 plus 0 into 0, 1. T of minus 1, 1.
0 minus 3.
0, 3.
0, 3. Yeah, correct. Yes. 0, 3. That is 0 into 1, 0 plus 3 into 0, 1.
Ma'am, 0, minus 3.
Minus 3, ma'am.
Minus 3. Yeah,
Ma'am,
sorry.
0, plus 3.
1 minute. We'll check. This is 0. Minus 3 only. Just substitute x1 as minus 1. This
sorry,
becomes
ma'am,
minus
sorry.
3. Minus 3 only. No problem.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. No. So what is T B to B dash? 3, 0 first column, second column 0 minus 3. So this part is over. Let us find VB now. What do you mean by VB? I should write 2, 1 as a linear combination of the basis B, right? 1, 2 minus 1, 1. 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, tell me now how to do this. C1 minus C2. I'm equating the coordinates. C1 minus C2 is 2. Then 2C1 plus C2 is 1. Can you solve this? 3C1 is 3. So C1 is 1. C1 is 1 means C2 is minus 1. Nah?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So 2, 1 is 1 into 1, 2 minus 1 into minus 1, 1. So V with respect to B.
Ma'am, can you explain the C1 minus C2 how?
So what is this V with respect to B? That is called the coordinate vector of V with respect to the basis B. What do you mean by coordinate vector of that? First to write V as a linear combination of the basis vectors in B, right? So that's what I'm trying to write. C1 into, I don't know directly, I cannot write. So I'm trying to find what is C1, C2. After finding this coefficient 1 and minus 1 is called the coordinate vector of V with respect to B. Do you remember this? Hello?
Ma'am, asking the first line, C1, 1, 2, that one.
That's what, yeah. What is
Okay,
V?
ma'am.
V is 2, 1. I am trying to write 2, 1 as a linear combination of the basis elements B. Okay, va?
Okay, ma'am.
Then to find T of V with respect to B dash. What is T of V? I should find T of 2,
Got it, ma'am. Ma'am, got it.
Got it. Sure. Okay. So tell me what is T of 2, 1?
And 3, 3.
3, 3. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. 3,
3, 3. Correct? Okay. 3, 3. So this is your T of V, right? I should write T of V in terms of what? B dash. B dash is very simple, right? 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is 3 times 1, 0 plus 3 times 0, 1. So T of V with respect to B dash is 3, 3. Okay, shall we verify this now? Which we have to verify? We have to multiply the right side first. We'll find what is T of B to B dash into V B. T of B, T B to B dash. What is that matrix? You remember?
3, 0, 0 minus 3.
This one into VB 1 minus 1. If you multiply, what do you get?
3,
3, 3, yeah. Which is nothing but T of V with respect to B dash. So right side equal to left side we have. Okay, va? Hello? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. We'll move on to the next. Vector spaces of linear transformation. See, V is a vector space, W is a vector space, and in between two vector spaces, you can have a number of linear transformations, right? Collect all such linear transformations. It is actually a vector space, right? From V to W, you have lots of linear transformations. Anything. It is up to you to define, right? You can define any number of linear transformations between V and W. All such linear transformations, if you collect, that will be a vector space, right? And that is called vector spaces of linear transformations. Okay. So how do I define? See, so I'm going to consider now linear transformations as vectors and prove that it is a vector space, right? V and W are vector spaces. I have many linear transformations, say T1, T2, T3, like this, many things I have. All these things, all these linear transformations, it is going to form a vector space, right? So in my new vector space, each and every vector is a linear transformation, right? So how do I define vector addition here? These are all vectors here. How do I define vector addition? Suppose S and T are two linear transformations. S plus T of any vector V is S of V plus T of V, that way I define. And scalar times a linear transformation of V is, I think all these things by seeing itself you can understand. Okay, one more thing. So clearly what and all below S plus T and lambda S both belongs to this one, right? L of V comma W. What is L of V comma W? It denotes the set of all linear transformations from V to W, right? So whenever you take S and T from L of V comma W, S plus T also belongs to L of V comma W. Whenever you take any S from L of V comma W, Lambda times S also belongs to L of V comma W. So your L of V comma W satisfies as both vector addition and scalar multiplication defined on it. So further, if you check many things, everything will be there, all the other properties, and hence it forms a vector space. Suppose what I do is, you see, generally, see, any vector space I have defined, right? Any vector space. Suppose if I take this as R power n, this as R power m, what type of linear transformation you can define? A linear transformation which takes a vector from R power n to R power m. Can you say? Okay, what is a linear transformation which will take R power n to R power m? R power n is a vector.
Multiplication.
Huh?
And we have to multiply with the vector. Oh.
Adudampa, see, I have an R power n element, that is x belongs to R power n by 1 vector. But it is being carried on to a m by 1 vector. How to do that? What will be my linear transformation? I need to multiply
M by
x
N
by
matrix.
m by n matrix. Good. A times x. T of x is ax, where A is an m by n matrix. Right? Okay. Particularly if I choose this, what I can say? What is my aim? What are such linear? What is the linear transformation here? Actually, the matrix defines the linear transformation, right? So collection of all m by n matrices will be my vector space of linear transformation. I said something now, right? Vector space of linear transformation. Inside that, you have all collection of such matrices, all m by n matrices. Infinitely many will be there, right? All will be there inside. So in this week, is there a possibility that we can have an extra class, maybe 1 hour? Any one day?
Tomorrow.
Huh? Can you please say loudly?
Ma'am, tomorrow, ma'am.
Ma'am, on
Tomorrow.
Friday we can, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. The
Friday.
Friday class just before the tutorial, we can have that like a continuous class.
11:40 to 12:30. Instead, shall I extend it till 12:50, something like that?
No,
But-
ma'am. Like in the earlier part, instead of starting at 11:40, we can start at 10. 10:40.
Okay, 10:50, something like that. Even 11, it's
Yeah,
okay, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
But I
Yes, ma'am,
think everybody
7
should
to-
be free during that time, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Maximum of us have a free slot, ma'am.
Okay, maximum should not be there. Everybody should. I'll put a message and ask. Okay, no problem. I'll check the meetup. Okay. See, let V and W be vector spaces with ordered bases alpha and beta. And let S comma T, very important here. V is a vector space, W is a vector space. For this alpha is the basis, and for this beta is the basis. S and T are two linear transformations derived from V to W. S is also a linear transformation, T is also a linear transformation. Then, you know what is the meaning of this? Can anybody say what is this? This is the associated matrix of the linear transformation S from alpha to beta. Correct? From alpha to beta. So similarly, T alpha to beta means what? It is the associated matrix of the linear transformation from alpha to beta. Okay, can you understand this point? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whenever S and T are linear transformations, just now we have seen S plus T is also a linear transformation. Vector addition we defined, right? S plus T is also a linear transformation. That is also a linear transformation from same V to W, right? So if that is a linear transformation, that will also have a matrix from alpha to beta. So that is nothing but S alpha to beta plus T alpha to beta. Similarly, K times S alpha to beta is nothing but take K outside S alpha to beta. We can verify all these things by doing some problems. Now, next theorem. Don't worry about the proof of all these things. Just have the theorem with you. We'll study the proof. Let V, W and Z be vector spaces with ordered bases alpha, beta and gamma respectively. Suppose that S is from V to W and T is from W to Z are linear transformations, then T composition S. T composition S, first T have to be applied, right? T is from what? T composition S, sorry, first S has to be applied. S is from V to W, right? So you'll have an image of this. On this image, what acts? T will act and it carries the elements to Z. So this is called T composition S. T composition S now, first S, then followed by T. So what will be the domain of T composition S? That will be the domain of S. What will be the domain of S? V. Domain is what? V. Please do remember this. So whenever you have such a linear transformation, T is a linear transformation, S is a linear transformation, T composition S is also a linear transformation. For that, alpha is the starting basis. Here you have alpha. Here the basis is beta. Here the basis is gamma. So T composition S is from V to Z. V to Z na. So from alpha to gamma you have to find. So from alpha to gamma, this is equal to first for T, beta to gamma, followed by S, alpha to beta. Actually, you are doing this only first, then this. But writing in different order. When multiplying, you are multiplying this way. Next one. Let V and W be vector spaces with ordered bases alpha and beta. Alpha and beta. Let T from V to W be an isomorphism. Then isomorphism, yeah. What do you mean by isomorphism? Mapping is 1, 1 and onto. 1, 1 and onto. So whenever there exists an isomorphism between two vector spaces, what can you say about the dimension of both the vector spaces? See, there is an isomorphism between V and W. Right? T is an isomorphism. Okay. 1, 1 onto property is there. So what can you say about the dimensions of V and W?
The dimensions are same.
Same. Right. Yeah. So in this case, see, since it is an isomorphism, 1, 1 onto property will be there. Whenever T is defined, T inverse will also be defined. Right? So if I want T inverse, the matrix for T inverse matrix will be here beta, here alpha, right? It will be from beta to alpha. So T inverse beta to alpha is nothing but find T alpha to beta and find the inverse of that matrix. That is the thing they are saying here. So whenever you want T inverse beta to alpha, that is nothing but find T alpha to beta and find the inverse of that. Okay, wow, is it clear? Clear, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes.
Do some problems now. Take problem 4.15.
Ma'am, if they're isomorphic, T inverse will be surely defined.
Yes, yes. Isomorphism means 1, 1 onto will be there. Yeah. You know very well. When does inverse of a mapping exist? Whenever the function is 1, 1 and onto, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that you have to use. Taken down that question. S and T
Yes,
are
ma'am.
two linear transformations from R cube to R cube. Okay. Alpha be the standard basis. Okay. S and T are both linear transformations from R cube to R cube. Okay. Alpha is the standard basis it is given. Okay. What is being asked? Okay, first tell me what does S of E1, S of E2, everything can you say? S of E1 is 2, 2, 1. Okay. S of E2, 1, 2. S of E3 is 1, 2, 1. T of E1, 1, 0, 1. T of E2, 0, 1, 1. One, two. So what is being asked? S plus T alpha. So let us find first what is S alpha. What do you mean by S alpha? S alpha to alpha. Yeah, both sides alpha. Okay, so how to do this? How to find S alpha to alpha? What is alpha? E1, E2, E3, right? This is E1, E2, E3. What to do? Take E1, E2, E3. S of E1, S of E2, S of E3. Then try to represent that again in terms of E1, E2, E3. That is alpha to alpha. Okay, so given S of E1 is 2, 2, 1. So it is 2 times E1, same thing, no change, very simple one. S of E2 is 0, 1, 2. So it is 0 E1 plus 1 E2 plus 2 E3. S of E3 is minus 1, 2, 1. Minus 1 E1 plus 2 E2 plus 1 E3. So yes, alpha to alpha is 2, 2, 1. 0, 1, 2. Minus 1, 2, 1. Similarly, can you say
Ma'am, the
T
screen
of?
is lagging.
Huh? What?
Ma'am, the screen was lagging.
Oh. Is it visible now? Completely, I have written till S alpha to alpha.
Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Was the screen lagging to everybody or only one person? Hello?
No delay, ma'am.
No delay. Okay. So this is S alpha to alpha. Shall I directly write T alpha to alpha? How do you write T alpha to alpha? Because already T of E1 is there. This you have to write in terms of E1, E2, E3. 1 E1 plus 0 E2 plus 1 E3. Anyway, I'll find it. No. T alpha to alpha. Right? T of E1 is 1, 0, 1. Again, this has to be written in terms of E1, E2, E3. T of E2. 1. One, one. Whenever you write the standard, this is standard matrix, right? Because both sides same standard basis. It's easy to write. The same thing will come. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. No change. That to both sides same basis. Okay. Now what is being asked? S plus T alpha is asked. What is that? S plus T alpha to alpha. Just now we have seen how to write S alpha to alpha plus T alpha to alpha. Can you please add that and say?
300.
Okay, you have taken down. Good. 300. Yes, beta. Second row.
223
223.
and 233.
233. Okay. Two T minus S alpha. How to find this? This is 2 times T alpha to alpha minus S alpha to alpha. Can you please do this? I'll show you what is T and what is S. Do that. Taken down 2T minus S. Have you completed? Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
can you say the matrix?
003
Ah.
minus 210
Yes.
103.
Yes. Thank you. What is asked? T composition S alpha. T composition S alpha. So it is T composition S alpha to alpha. That is T alpha to alpha into S alpha to alpha. Just multiply. Okay, directly you multiply and say, I need not write. You have the matrices, multiply and say. Okay, okay, I think it's time. What's the time now?
11:38.
Okay, say this matrix, I'll stop the class because you have to go to the other class also, right? So today, after this, you have a class?
No.
Okay, no.
320.
Huh?
On the first row is 320,
Ah,
333,
333,
653,
65?
3.
Okay. Okay. So take down 4.16. You can try that.
Ma'am, can you show the matrix, please? Okay, ma'am. I rejoined because I could not see.
Okay, no problem. Take down this matrix, this question. I think you have it, right? The PPT is there already with you. Can you try 4.16 and 4.17?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With that change of basis alone is there. Maybe one more class. Tomorrow, maybe before Friday, I'll complete and start 5th module. Okay, I'll stop here.